Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and for today's video, I'm going to be unboxing Rurik Stone and Blade, along with Rurik Dawn of Kiev. So Rurik Stone and Blade is the expansion to Dawn of Kiev. And if you've watched one of my other videos, it kind of depends on when they've come out. You kind of sometimes just put them out in random order, but in my unboxing of Crusaders I Will Be Done, I had mentioned how that one was one that was on in another video we've done, our top 10 wishlist games. We did two of those actually, one for games that were pre-2020 and then games that were 2020 and future. And if you go check that out, the Rurik Dawn of Kiev ranked pretty highly on that list of games I wish to play, you know, if given the chance right now, or purchase myself. It's just been one that, just like Crusaders, the name definitely speaks to me. It feels like a lot of the games that I like. And it has that somewhat Euro-y feel to it and look to it. This is a great cover. It's an awesome landscape. I really like this cover. It's got me really excited for it. Not just seeing the people out on the map and some of the pictures I've seen of the game, but that cover speaks to me as well, along with, like I said, the title of the game itself. And I believe this is the Kickstarter version, so I'm not sure if you order this game if all this stuff is going to be the same exactly. But right off the bat, it looks like we've got quite a storage system here. Feels like there's something in there. So let's see here. This is one that I got from Christmas. So I can't remember exactly what's all in here. This looks like some shield men, some little miniatures with little shields. It's pretty sweet, pretty awesome. And you got some little swords there. Yeah, it's really cool. I always love miniatures and Euro type games. And it looks like we've got the same type of things for red and white and blue. And they all look to be the shield ones. So they all look to be exactly the same type of miniature, not all different. Then we've got, looks to be, it says Rurik on there. A little bit of a, I don't know if this is game trays or if it's something similar to that. It's either game trays or something similar. It looks like we've got some different components here. It looks like this is wood. Looks like different resource types. I'm guessing this is stone. I do like the unique shapes that they're using here. Looks like this is fish. Don't see that one too often in games. I assume it's fish. It's blue. Might not be able to tell it in the lighting that well, but looks like a fish to me, so maybe it's something else, but I would assume. We got a little cog looking thing. It's pretty awesome. Ooh, and we got a little fur, I would assume. Kind of a pelt. It's kind of what I think that is. Otherwise it's a dancing gnome, possibly. But yeah, those all look very unique, very cool, and I do like the storage solution in this version anyway. That lid pops on there pretty well, pretty easily. Then we've got these, which it feels like there's something in here. I think this must open up here. Nope, I think I might have done something wrong here. Okay, so then we've got these for each player color. It looks like actually set into here. It looks like. So I think I might have opened that wrong, but yeah, they're pretty solid wooden pieces here. It's a pretty thick wooden piece. It looks it reminds me of the different palaces from 5 tribes. Only those are gold, but yeah, some more unique wooden pieces. I haven't seen quite these shapes before. They'll look really unique, and the some of the meeples you're going to be placing are quite large. These are some of the bigger ones that I've seen in a game, for sure. And yeah, they've got the different numbers on them. That kind of, I think that's kind of like a bidding system that's in the game. So you're using the different numbers in order to bid for different actions in different orders. So yeah, those are pretty solid. I'll have to test to see. I don't know how long it'll take me to put those in here and close this up, but I'll have to. Not 100% sure if this is going to work well. I think it will. I think I just opened it incorrectly. Well, let's see here. Maybe I'll try another one. Let's see if I open. I assume these are the other player colors. If I open it, hold on to the bottom. Yeah, there we go. I just did not know what I was doing, apparently. But yeah, it looks like it sits in there nicely, and then you can put that back on there. Oh, that's a very solid storage solution. Comparable or better, even possibly. Yeah, probably comparable than to Dwellings of Eldervale. If you've seen that one, their storage solution for that game is very solid as well, and this one definitely has that type of feel. It's very solid. I assume these are the other player colors. We can see. We can take a look. Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely a nice maroon type color. A little bit different of a color than I normally see in games. I always like when a game uses a slightly different color, slightly off color that hasn't been used before, and I do really like that blue as well. It's very solid blue. In the camera, it actually looks a little brighter of a blue than it actually is. It's a little more laid back of a blue than I think what the camera's kind of showing. But no, that storage solution is really, really great. And it looks like we've got a map here of how to put the stuff back into the box, which is always awesome. When they have these types of storage solutions, it's great to be able to see how you put that in there. I know some of the Stonemaier games, I know they put it on the side of the box, which is always nice too, just in case you don't want to, or you don't have that to look at. It's always nice to be able to see it on the side of the box, but as long as they have something, that's really nice. Otherwise, you kind of have to either figure out your own way or look up a video on how someone else has figured out how to store it properly. It looks like we got a pretty big rule book here. Looks like we've got different components that's in here. Board and some rules. Decent amount of writing on these pages. It's actually only 12 pages long, including this back, and this back just looks like a card reference, so I don't know that I'd count that. But yeah, hopefully this will all explain everything really clearly. Looks like a decent amount of it is writing though, so it's still a pretty decent read there, but it's always fine by me as long as it explains it well. If it's just long just to be long and it doesn't help me figure out the game, that is not helpful at all. But I'm hopeful. Okay, and then we've got a board here. It's a pretty solid board. We've got Kiev right in the center there. I really like the artwork on this one. It looks like it's the different spots kind of have some of those resources we were looking at, kind of some symbols on that. But yeah, and then you got like kind of the grassland, a little bit of the wheat prairie type land, and then kind of on the outside of the board you've got a little bit of some water, and then some of the darker, some of the brown, maybe mountainous area, which is really cool. Looks like there's no back on this one. I wasn't sure if there was. Some of the times it seems like some of these games that have different area control spots will have a front and back for a 2 to 3 player version versus a 4, or for 2 versus 3 and 4. But it looks like it is one map. But yeah, I really like the artwork on this one. It's really solid. Yeah. Then it looks like we've got some more boards here. little boats with those symbols as we saw as well. And on the bottom, I can't tell if those are, I think those might be coins. Then I like on the top here, just noticed quickly here, it looks like the boat and stuff is all the same, but if you look at the arts on the top, they're all slightly different, but they're all very nice looking, picturesque castle type settings, which is really cool that they're all very different. Not even like just a slightly different castle with the same type of theme. They all have got kind of the brightness of a sun here, and got kind of a midday feel there. These other ones are kind of more of a cloudy type feel to me. They're all really cool. I really like that they didn't have to do that, but they chose to. That I always like when things that could just be the same are slightly different, use a little more artwork. Yeah, we've got this board where I believe everything kind of happens. So this is where I believe you place your meeples out. So there's some pretty big spots here. We've got the warfare track, it looks like, over here. First it gets 3 points, it looks like, in 1 point. And you go up and down that. I'm trying to tell here. Primary objective. I can't tell if one of these is like 2. Usually it has some sort of symbology showing how many players, but it might just be the same thing on each side. Not 100% sure on that. Then, oh, this is where they're placed. I am wrong. That was not, well, I don't remember. I believe this is where those workers will be placed. So you got your muster, your move, your attack, your tax, your build, and your scheme. I'll be scheming a lot, I think. Okay, so here on the bottom we got the 3 to 4. So I'm guessing on the back we'll have the 1 to 2 player. And yeah, you get the different resources kind of based on your turn order. It's a really solid. These banners really work. They made the background really work with those. I think they really pop out at you. And you can still kind of, if you're looking, you can kind of see somewhat of a scenic picture behind there as well, which is always nice because sometimes it's easy to just make the background more like this board we originally looked at, kind of a brown or something, which there's definitely nothing wrong with that, but it seems like in this game they're going above and beyond on some of the artwork items in the game, which I really appreciate, especially in more Euro-y type games. Sometimes it's easy to just get away from that because like me most of the time, probably prefer just mechanisms over some of the artwork, but it's really great to see this one and Crusaders and some other recent ones that I've gotten just have had some solid artwork and components going above and beyond, and it's really setting the bar high. It's setting my expectations higher too, so it's tough for some games, like I had mentioned, I think I mentioned it earlier, Orleans or something, where it definitely looks old, even though it's a very solid game as well. Don't get me wrong, Orleans is a great game, but it looks old. It looks like it needs maybe at least a little bit of an update. But yeah, so it looks like in this baggie we've got already pre-punched out cardboard bits here, with the fish and the wood, some action type things, and a crown. Not sure if we will need these or not. Then it looks like maybe cover up some spaces. Well, no. Oh yeah, you must put these cubes out depending on how many players are out on the board, and then you can kind of get different resources. I would guess, I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But yeah, looks like some solid pieces. These even have some decent artwork on them as well. So even they didn't even, well, here we go. They didn't get it all done. They did leave these fish and these things with a background that isn't painted. So I can complain about that, I suppose. But I won't, because everything I've seen so far is really freaking amazing. Ooh, that looks like an angry dog. I don't like angry dogs. I really love dogs. I don't like seeing him portrayed as angry. I don't even know. Maybe he's not supposed to be angry. I don't know. So we got that, which, I don't know. Does that artwork fit with this? Everything else we've seen? Maybe? I'm not sure. This is a little brighter. We got some intrigue cards. What do we got here? Heresy. Oh, we got different types of people, it looks like. Truce, drought. Ooh, these things. That does not sound good. These sound like some bit of take that, possibly. Ooh, boy. Better get ready for that, Pepper. I'm coming after you. What else do we got here? So we got some stickers, looks like. Put on some stickers. Don't know what I think about stickers. What do you think about stickers? Are they a good addition to games, or would you just prefer either screen printed or nothing? Don't have my assistant here to help me with cards, so I'm going to have to get that figured out myself here. He should be coming. Looks like we've got these cards. Oh boy, these are some pretty big cards. Bigger than a normal playing card. They're pretty good quality. I think they have a linen finish on them. We got a round summary here and some of the main actions. I always like when they describe that. I wonder if we get... Okay, good. I was wondering because I only saw one here, and kind of it seems like a lot of games they'll have them all kind of back to back to back, each different type of card that they have in the game. But it looks like these ones maybe split out by player. So that's good. I was a little worried that maybe only one player could look at this at a time, but I always love, if you're going to have this, definitely have one for each player. It is a huge, huge benefit in games when you have the different actions and how the round works. If you're going to have one, you might as well, in my opinion, have them for each player. Okay, so then we've got someone doing some falconry, it looks like. And we've got a guy charging us with a battle axe. He might, I think he's probably wanting to kill us, probably. And then we've got two people here. Looks like a bear is about to attack them. So looks like we got a few of those. And we've got, looks like an additional person you can play as. Oh, and then you got that. A lot of those bears attacking. A little rogue type person. Oh, there's that dog. So it does look like it might be a hunting dog or something, or maybe he's having him chase down a criminal. Not 100% sure. Ooh, got another guy with a battle axe. I don't know if he just destroyed that tower up there. It looks like he might be the one responsible for what's going on right there. And then we've got someone ready to fire an arrow at someone, and another guy with a shield. Yeah, this is some solid artwork, for sure. It's, I don't know, it's giving me a little bit different feel from the board and some of the artwork we've looked at, but this artwork in itself kind of seems consistent, and I do really like it. I'm just wondering, we'll have to see how it all blends together here. We've got some more cards, and I do like the size of those last cards. I always like when the cards are bigger, if they can be. Don't want them necessarily huge, but cards like these that are a little smaller kind of can be a pain sometimes if you're ever trying to shuffle them, at least for me. I feel like they don't shuffle the greatest. If you have any tips on how to get, or how to properly shuffle some of these smaller cards, let me know in the comments below. Looks like we've got some more really great artwork here. It's kind of it's almost like a faded look to it. You know. And in the front we've got some of that symbology, so some coins. We got Grand Hunter, so it looks like you pay your fur, maybe pay fir, wood, and rock for a hammer or something. Esteemed, wealthy. Looks like some titles, possibly. Some other goods. Yeah. Really liking the look of these cards. It's a very solid background to the card to put all those symbols on. I really like those. So I'll give those a thumbs up. Ooh, and then we've got some coins here. Looks like these are cardboard coins. Wasn't sure at first. They looked like they might be metal. They have a very metal look to them. They're a very solid looking coin for sure, and they're pre-punched, so that's always a plus. But yeah, it feels like good quality cardboard, solid coins. I like the artwork on them as well. Didn't skimp out on artwork again. They're doing too much. This is a little bit different than something I've seen before. I don't know if I've ever seen one close like that, so that is interesting. So then we've got some more minis. Ooh, here's that bear going to attack. That might come to get you. We'll have to see how that bear comes into play. Then we've got kind of a spearsman with a shield. I think that's what these all are. So we've got a bunch of black spearsmen to go along with our shield people we saw earlier. Then it looks like we've got all of those people that we saw in that deck. So we've got the archer guy. Doesn't look like he has a string on that, but he's going to fire that arrow either way. We got that rogue looking guy. Ooh, these are some solid, thicker miniatures. Have to see if I can get Abby to paint these for me. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Pretty detailed as well. Yeah, it doesn't feel fragile at all. Sword guy. What else we got here? There we got the axe guy charging us. I love his little cape or cloak there. Love how that's flying up there. This person got their helmet and their sword down. They're not prepared for battle. Hopefully that bear doesn't attack. We got the falconer. Like that little detail. Cool. Looks like we got two more. This guy's maybe got a scroll. I don't know if he's collecting taxes. And I'm not sure what that is exactly in his hand. But it definitely is unique. We got one more here. And we've got that dog charging. It's very detailed. All of these are very detailed. They look really awesome. They're getting me really excited to play this game. It looks like that's kind of what's in the main box, but now we will get to the expansion. Let's see if I can move that over a little bit. But yeah, I was really pleased with everything in that box. And like I said, I don't know if it's biggest surprise, but one of my favorite things was all that really great artwork. Above and beyond what they really needed to do, I think. But yeah, here's another lovely cover. Rurik, Stone and Blade. Doing solid with the artwork. And it looks like, we got an explanation of how to do this one as well. So it's good that they stay consistent with that and added that to this one as well. And then we got a solo mode. Jesse might have to look at that. We've got another rule book. Looks like it's very similarly laid out to the other one. Looks like we've got another 12 pages with some deed card references on the back. Oh boy. And then we've got a cardboard piece that is wrapped in plastic. They do not want me getting at that cardboard. This might be a little over the top in my opinion, but we'll have to see. But it is a little strange now that I think about it, because in that other box, we had those cardboard pieces, and they were already pre-punched, but this one, they are not pre-punched. So it looks like it was two boards there together of two very similar looking things. We've got some really good artwork there, again, in the background. I think their color choices in a lot of this are just really solid. I think that's what really makes all this work, and that's some nice thickness to that cardboard again. No flappiness or anything like that. And we've got another one, looks like of the same type of thing. Then we've got another storage solution here with some different buildings. Looks like we've got one black building and then the rest of them are gray. And I like how we have a lot of different unique shapes here. We have that printed on items as well. Really like it. Ooh, I really like that bell tower. This is a lot of stuff I haven't seen before. These are really cool. I love wooden bits, and these are really speaking to me. It's a lot of, I love the different building types. I don't really actually get to, I don't know, I feel, is that, maybe it's just me, is that something that's overlooked by a lot of companies? Because now that I'm looking at these, I'm like, I don't know that I see many companies do, when they do buildings outside of like the Catan type shape, I don't really see many like unique buildings all that often. Let me know too in the comments if you've seen any other games that have a lot of unique building shapes, wooden building shapes for a game. Looks like we got this last item here. Looks like these all have a great storage solutions, which is awesome. Let's see what we got here. Got some more wooden pieces, it looks like. So we got more. So in each of the colors, we've got some additional buildings here. Don't know if those match. I don't believe they match the ones that we just looked at. But these all look very solid as well. These all look very different than any of the other buildings that I've seen. Okay, I guess now that I think of it, in viticulture there's some different types of buildings. And that's one of my favorite games as well. So if you want to please me, definitely just put a lot of buildings in your game and just make different wooden pieces for each one of them. And you got me one over. We'll open these up. Another set of these smaller ones. I think they're similar maybe to the ones that we had in the base box. Looks like some more, few new items probably. Ooh, and then we got what looks like some treasure chests maybe. Some additional titles as well. Artwork is solid again. Some of the same artwork we saw before, which was already very solid the first time. And we got some more stickers here. Have to place those on. Got another set of cards. Boy, I could have really used my assistant's help in this one. There are a lot of these to open. I don't have the nice little tear things. Well, maybe they do. I think it's just easier sometimes to just do this. Even sometimes those tear away things don't work the best for me. They don't like to cooperate. Ooh, I like that. That is exactly what I would have called them. Epic structures. So yeah, we got the border fort, the capital port, catacombs, cathedral, city gate, library, logging camp, palace, siege tower, town wall, and of course I get to the last one that I don't know how to pronounce. I will call it the bell tower. You probably all know what that is, but it's a word I have not seen before. I don't believe. It looks like we got some for each player. It's more of that great artwork. It's got that nice little coloring to it. That isn't over the top colored, but enough to make these things pop. So yeah, just some more solid sized cards with some solid artwork. And it looks like, what do we get here? We got some more of those spearmen that we saw from the last one. And this one right here, we've got some additional resources, it looks like. Some new cubes as well. I believe, I don't think I had it here, but I believe there's also a bag of those cubes that I was given for Christmas as well, so that must be a new resource type in this one. Ooh, we've got a guy with a, is that a sextant? I don't know. It looks like a cartographer, possibly. It's pretty cool. We've got this guy holding kind of a mace-like thing. He's got a nice shield. He's got some detail on the shield as well. These solid miniatures again here. I don't know if Abby does paint these for me. She's going to have a lot of work ahead of her. We got the Statue of Liberty here. It looks like maybe a queen, possibly, with a goblet of who knows what. Probably some liquid courage or something. But that looks like it is everything inside both the Rurik Dawn of Kiev and Rurik Stone and Blade boxes. I think I'm more excited than ever to try this out. Like I said, that artwork is so solid. The miniatures are amazing. They're top notch. I mean, I shouldn't say I had no top notch miniatures because I don't play a lot of miniature games, but compared to anything I have, these are probably either the highest quality, if not very close to anything that I have, and it's making me really excited to play this game. Yeah, if you've somehow made it this far, and you like what I've shown here, please leave a like. Also, if you want to see more videos like this or any of the other videos we have on our channel, I'm sure at some point I'll want to review this game and give a first impression. So feel free to subscribe to kind of see any of those updates. But otherwise, we will see you next time, and as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.